Welcome, traveler. You have entered a realm of adventure. Prepare yourself for tales from Beyond the Dice.
Beyond the Dice is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a cyberpunk city called New Ettica. I'm your Dungeon Master Luke, and your players are...
Ben, I play Cortaine, the level 4 fighter.
Jeff, I play Gaige, a level 4 human wizard.
And g'day, I'm Peter. I'm playing Spigs, a level 4 dwarf artificer.
Not
And
anymore.
Travis plays Little Moss, a level 4 half-orc monk, but he's not here right now. And we explained why in last episode, but if you need a refresher, he's moved into state and is taking a little break for a couple weeks. If you want to find out why Little Moss isn't here in the story, listen to our last episode. Do you old boys want to roll a d20 to tell me who is going to tell us what happened previously on Beyond the Dice?
Well, that was some sick flips of the dice. You know when like it rolls and then it gets stuck in between two surfaces and so it spins? Then it fell on an 18.
Nice.
I got 12.
19. It's a stealth check all over again.
Take that, Benjamin.
What are you talking about? It is a great honour and privilege to tell our good listeners what happened last week, so I will make it entertaining. So, last week we started with us in a family van after having just pulled off an amazing car heist. We were stopped by some crazy vigilante, it seemed, who was concerned that we didn't keep people safe, and we responded, we didn't get paid for that. So,
Yes.
Little Moss, like the great guy he is, said, I got this, you guys go and crack open some brewskis. So we all went back to our little hideout, at the Crooked Candle. Is that it, Luke?
Yes.
Yes, good, it's been long enough, I should remember what it is. And we waited for ages, only to get a call from Little Moss saying he got his ass handed to him and he needs to go on a very long montage. So, montage! So, that's what happened with Little Moss. Then we went on a few missions. We had another half-orc called Other Moss. He got his arm cut off by a fan. And then we found out that Spigs was carrying it around his neck like a creep. Then
Wait,
we got...
like a fan of a podcast?
Oh, no. I'm the one regaling the listeners.
We will not dismember fans.
Then there was a flash forward or flash sideways to something else happening at the same time. There was a cool new train that was being built for all of you people who are fans of trains. And sadly,
But just real quick, sorry to interrupt your recap.
It's 300 years in the past.
It jumped backwards in time.
Oh, that was backwards in time. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That's why
backwards in time. Backwards in
People look
time,
like
there was a
Spigs.
new train, which is confusing, but stay with us. And it was destroyed and exploded. And then we got a call saying that the members of the the Aegis, the good guys, were attacked by some people in a train station. So we went to go help. Gaige met, again, the girl, can't remember her name, Scarlett Johansson, let's call her. And
no. her name's Paige Longleaf.
Paige Longleaf, that's it. And they were having a bit of a tiff because she wanted to fight and get shot, and Gaige said, no, let Cortaine get shot instead.
Yes. And then we did.
Yeah, and then so we snuck down to the subway, and Cortaine tried to decapitate a fool like a boss, but he got blinded by the light and made some noise and got shot in the chest by a sniper rifle. That's where we're up to, guys.
Start back in that train station, which is titled Delta 14 Station. We're in a dark room, and then we're in a green room, and then we're in a dark room. Okay, I say this because the emergency lights are flicking off and on. And Gaige, can you just quickly roll an intelligence check? I forgot to get you to do this last episode. Actually, I'll get everyone to roll an intel check for me.
The ability mod or the saving throw?
Not a saving throw, just the ability mod.
23. He's very intelligent right now.
Cool.
6.
9.
All right. So, Gaige, you have counted that
3 lights.
the lights are on. The green lights from the emergency thing are on for 5 seconds, and then they go off for 5 seconds, and then they come on for 5 seconds, then off for 5 seconds. So you've been able to count that as you've been traveling down the stairs and the hallways and stuff into the station. Now you're all in this room. The lights are sort of pulsing on and off. Cortaine has just been shot. He's fallen to the ground. The various skull mask guys in front of them, in front of you guys, in front of our mercenaries, are pulling out weapons. Submachine guns to be exact, and one guy at the very end, he has a rifle, and he has crouched down, shot Cortaine, and everyone's reacted. So I'll get everybody to roll up initiative right away, please.
Can I just have a quick rule check on that?
Yep.
Is in theory an entire round approximately 6 seconds?
Yeah.
So does that mean we might have 1 round of darkness, 1 round of light?
Yeah, basically that's what we'll do.
That's cool.
We'll shorten the rounds to about 5 seconds
1 round of green.
in this situation.
1 round of darkness.
Sure. All right. So, what did everyone get? Let's start with Cortaine. What was his initiative?
Seems to be a pattern tonight. I got a 4.
Gaige 7.
All right.
Oh, Spigs 1 with an 11.
Oh.
We're all dead.
And there we go. I thought I'd lost my favorite D20 then. Oh. Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Shit. Sorry. I rolled incredibly poorly on Paige Longleaf.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1 for her.
She's definitely part of the group.
Yeah. So as she sort of punches Gaige in the shoulder, saying, finally some action.
Her head explodes.
Whoa. No, she ducks down as some of the pillar explodes next to her head as one of the guys fire, and then we will start combat. She's prone, so she will need to use her movement to get back up, just as Cortaine will.
So they know where all of us are automatically? Like they know...
Well, because she rolled a 1, they know where she is and they know where Cortaine is, but everyone else rolled successfully on their stealth and didn't move, so they don't know where you are.
Okay.
So what happens is
they don't even know that we're there. Yeah?
Yeah, basically.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
So the first round I will roll to see if it is dark or if it's green in this first round. So dark is odds, even is lights. And I rolled a 1, so it is dark. And it is one of the dude's turns. So, because y'all are behind cover, Cortaine, you are on the ground. You can probably see, but the guy that shot you with the rifle moves to the left side and hides behind a pillar. As he does so, he's going to fire at you because you're the only target he can see.
Cool. Does he get the usual disadvantage for shooting a ranged at a prone target?
He certainly does.
Awesome.
It's a 15 versus AC.
That will be a miss.
He shoots, and you are quick enough to pull up your shield and cover your body as all the bullets slam into the shield. He sort of spins and hides behind the column, the far left column. Next is this skull mask guy. To make it easier, what I'm going to do, Paige turns to Gaige and she's like, let's kill some of these boneheads. So from now on, I'm going to call these guys boneheads. All right?
Yes.
Cool. So, Bonehead 1 in the middle of the room that Cortaine was sneaking up on. He is going to turn with his submachine gun. Actually, no, you're close, so he won't do that. His submachine gun is tethered to a strap sort of around his body, and he pulls this sort of like, it looks like a baton off his back, and he flicks it and it turns into like a spear, and he's going to stab down at Cortaine on the ground. That is an 18 versus AC.
That will hit.
Okay, and that will be a good old 7 damage as he stabs you.
What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Cool.
He will basically stay where he is, and then it is Spigs' turn. So, you are on, just say, the south side of this large square pillar. To, say, the northwest of you, Cortaine is laying on the ground. Standing over him is this bonehead with this red skull-like helmet, this red Letterman jacket. He's holding a spear. Looks like he's about to stab Cortaine again. What are you doing?
First, Spigs will grab out of his sort of satchel, out of the bag of holding, a little device.
Yep.
Basically, it looks like a little sort of like sphere object. It's sort of very white with like purple lines coming like in the 3 sort of rings around the item.
Nice.
With like a little sort of red button up the top. So like a fruit, like so would come into where the core would be. He then rolls it towards Cortaine. Before he rolls it, he presses a button and rolls it towards Cortaine. When it goes near him, it unravels, and this sort of like metallic fabric rolls around his body. It's just a band, and then it produces, like, it has a little relay that then produces a field. So then he has like a little energy field around him.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. So it's like a band that straps around him and then it shoots up an energy field. That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So it gives him +2 to AC.
Awesome. Anything else?
And then Spigs will then fling out his thunder cannon and light up the guy attacking Cortaine.
Cool. So, using that spell was a bonus, was it?
Yeah, that was a bonus action.
Cool. All right, and you want to shoot him? Roll your attack.
Oh, I want to shoot him. I want to shoot him good. That would be a 14 versus AC.
14 versus AC misses. As you peek around the pillar and you pull the trigger and your thunder cannon makes that sort of charging sound, he sees it and he drops, like, he ducks really low as you fire over the top of him, and you miss.
Rats.
It is Bonehead 2. So at the very far end, at the right column, a guy walks along the right wall where you saw a metal door. He's got his submachine gun pointed, and he's moving slowly. You guys might think that these dudes have some sort of night vision in a way, because they are moving pretty freely in the dark, probably something built into their helmets. And he will move until he sees Paige. First off, she's laying on the ground, and what he will do is drop his submachine gun. It catches on the sort of strapping he has across his chest over this jacket, and he flicks out his spear-like baton thing and charges in to stab her.
Can I get an op attack?
No, because he's not passing you. He's like on the opposite side.
He's not in front of her though. Like, where does he?
So if if you picture a square column that's basically 10 foot by 10 foot, like from the bird's eye view, you guys were like, you were on the left side of that column in the south of the column, but you were in the left square, she was in the right square. You were like you were looking at what was going on in the center of the room because you sort of kept her at your side on your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on the right side of it. He comes down, he sees her, flicks out the spear and goes to stab her, getting a... where are we here? 14? 17, and that will hit her. And let's see how much that does here. She doesn't have a lot of... She doesn't have armor. So... lucky for her, that is 3 damage as he stabs her in the arm. She yells out in pain, and that is all he does. We go to Bonehead 3. A guy pops out from the far right pillar once again, and he will head down the center of the room. He sort of stops there and ducks behind a bench. He has partial cover, and he will hold an action. And that action will be, if anybody moves out from behind a column that is not his friend, he shall shoot as a reaction. Then it is Gaige's turn.
Okay, so Gaige, knowing it was dark, was going to run out and do Thunderwave. He was going to do that. But like hearing Paige get hit.
Paige is to your right, like within 5 feet.
Yeah. So hearing Paige get hit, like his attention, he gets distracted and sees the other guy there. So this guy doesn't see him yet. And he reaches, he goes behind Paige and then grabs onto the guy's helmet and does shocking grasp. Do I get any?
All right.
No, shocking grasp.
Can you see in the dark?
No, he's just got normal vision.
Okay, so you can attempt to, like...
Oh, I can see the
basically
red light of his helmet, though, right?
You can see this slight red glow around his eyes. Yes.
Okay.
But you will have disadvantage.
So is the helmet metal? Because that gives me an advantage. And also,
yes.
And also, do I have any kind of stealth advantage because he doesn't even know I'm there? So does the 2 advantages stack against to give me advantage? So from negative to positive?
I will say that roll a stealth, and then I roll his perception against it to see if you get advantage. Because you'll get disadvantage for the dark.
Yep.
You'll get advantage if you hit his mask. We'll just see if you cancel out the disadvantage from the dark with a sneak up on him.
Cool. 13. Do I get advantage to a stealth roll because it's dark, or can he see me fine?
He can probably see you fine, and he rolled a 4. So let's say you still get advantage of it because he's focusing on Paige Longleaf, and you sneak up and grab his face. Do you have to make an attack roll, right, to hit him?
Yep, melee spell attack roll.
Yep. Or do you want to... So with the melee, do you do an attack and then use the spell as a bonus action?
So this is shocking grasp, so it's ranged touch, 1 action. So it doesn't count as a grab, technically.
No, it's a touch. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 13, unfortunately.
13. You go to grab his face, and he spins his spear, knocking your hand aside.
Okay.
And anything else you can or want to do? Is there anything? No. Okay, cool. It is now Paige's turn, and Paige Longleaf, she is going to attempt... Or she's going to get up. I'm not going to say attempt to get up. She stands up, and she will point blank rip out the... not rip out the revolver because she already has it in her hand, but she is going to point the revolver, and I'm going to open it up because I didn't write down her exact damage. And she is going to point it right at his chest, and Pull the trigger. That's going to hit. That's an 18.
Nice.
And so, if I'm correct, Ben, a revolver is a 1d6 plus 1d4 damage, correct?
Yes.
Cool. That is 5 damage to him. And he was number 3. No, he was number 2. Cool. She blasts. You see as she shoots this revolver point blank at his chest, his jacket sort of flutters open, and beneath it you see like this light ballistic vest. Some blood sort of does splurt out from the hole that she created in the vest, and he like stumbles a little bit, but then he sort of roars through his helmet and spins his spear again. And we will go to Cortaine. You were on the ground. There's a guy above you. You've got your shield out, your revolver. He's stabbed you. You see another guy move into your vision. Sort of to your right, he ducks behind a bench, like sort of a metal park bench sort of thing. And he's pointing the weapon not at you because he's friends that way, but he's sort of like looking around the room. This guy is, yes, above you, and he's ready to stabby stab.
Cool.
What y'all doing?
I will get up. I'll stand up, and so I had my sword out. I will attack this guy.
Oh, you did have your
I had
sword
my
out.
sword
Sorry,
out, not my
your
revolver.
revolver. Yep.
So I will attack this guy with my big sword.
From being prone, or you're standing
I'll
up?
stand up and then attack.
Yep, cool.
That is
With disadvantage because you can. Oh no, you've got your night vision on. Sorry.
yeah. That is a 16 versus AC.
16 versus AC. That will hit.
Nice. Time for this guy to get owned. 11 damage.
11 damage. Just quickly tell me how this guy dies.
Quickly get up and just a slice from left shoulder down to his right hip.
Alright, you sever the ballistic armor. You see him anime style. The right side of him slides a bit. It looks separated from his body, and then a red line of blood appears in your or actually more this black line in your night vision goggles, your night vision helmet appears, and he just falls into 2.
Nice.
And is that all? Or do you have like a bonus or?
No, I don't have a bonus. So that is all I'm doing.
Cool. We will move up to the rifleman who has the carbine at the very top left column. He is going to peek around, seeing you standing up again, Gaige. He yells out in this sort of metallic helmet voice,
I thought I put you down. We're just gonna have to put another bullet in you.
Gaige or Cortaine?
and to Cortaine, sorry, not to Gaige, sorry,
Gaige.
Cortaine. He will fire at you. Ooh. 24 versus AC.
Well, would it surprise you to know that hits?
Yeah, sorry. You see as he raises this this rifle, he points a red laser dot. It shines at your chest, moves up to your head, and he says,
Gotcha.
Oh,
and he pulls the trigger. And that guy and that guy. Just to let you know, he used an ability he's got called Hawkeye. It lets him add an extra 1d10 damage.
Okay. I can take it. I hope.
That is 17 ballistic damage.
Ooh.
And he will
I'm still up. It's alright.
use his multi-attack this time.
Oh.
He's going to pull the trigger again.
I can respect the double tap.
15.
Misses.
Woo!
Yeah.
As he fires at you, you lift your shield up again, blocking the shots. And next we have Bonehead 1, who has the spear. That's over Cortaine, or next to Cortaine. He's going to try and stab at you. Now all the green lights have come on, flashing in the room. You guys see as these green lights come on that the little red light around their sort of like it's in around their eye around the eyes on their helmet like just turns off, and he tries to stab you with his spear, getting a good old 9, which is totally gonna miss. You like deflect it with your sword. We will go down to Spigs. It is Spigs' turn.
Spigs reloads his gun with some like little cartridge that looks like it's like all blue static inside. And he lines up the guy is still attacking Cortaine, and he fires.
With the spear?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Where did it go? Where's the dice?
There's gone beyond.
Alright, so that's going to be an 18 plus 4. 22 versus AC.
Boom, it hits him.
Alrighty.
Oh, hold on. I've got to stop. I fucked up. Cortaine, you killed that guy that just attacked you.
Yes, I did.
He's dead.
Yeah, so Spigs is going to shoot him again. Dog tap.
I totally forgot. I didn't change his health to 0. Sorry about that. So he did not miss an attack because he didn't even attack. He dead. Spigs, who else are you shooting? Sorry.
There
is a guy that's to the sort of the right, hiding behind the bench chair. You want to shoot him instead?
Do you have like a ballistic defense or anything?
That guy?
Yeah, for hiding? Half hiding?
He gets, or minuses 2 from the roll. So, what was your roll again? It was 22, right?
Yep.
It still hits him. So, roll your damage as you shoot, and though there's like a little gap in the chair, and you shoot directly through the gap at him.
Alrighty. So, for some reason I have like D6s, but that's the sound that dice make. And then I rolled it on the app, so I got a 12. I still got to roll. Yep. Here it is. So I get an extra D6. Oh, I do have a D6. Alright, I'm gonna roll these dice. Alright, so only 1. Alright, so that's 13 thunder damage.
Alright.
Oh, so 12 piercing, and then 1 extra thunder.
Okay, so describe how he dies.
Well, the chair is just... He's behind a chair, right?
Yep, this metal chair.
I'm just imagining like a kind of like a school sort of like chair, sort of slightly bigger one, and then like
it's like it's picture a park bench, but just all metal.
Yeah.
So it's like those like strips of metal that you sort of sit on
so
instead of the
I
wooden
won't
ones.
describe how he dies, but I'll describe how the chair dies. Because the chair is so like shredded with bullets that there's like no structural stability of the chair left. It is just like it looks like Swiss cheese. That's many bullets through it. Stained red with the blood of the skull man.
He just falls back. His face, his helmet is a mess of holes and blood that's slightly sparking. And we will go to Bonehead 2. Yep. He's just going to try and stab Paige once again. And that's a miss. It's an 11. She's quite lucky for her. He goes to stab her, and she uses her pistol, her revolver, I should say, to sort of smack his spear out of the way. And he will then move out of her range and to hide behind the last column. And she'll get an op attack to Smack him.
And Gaige as well. We're both in melee range.
You did. Yeah, yep, you too. She hits and she does 1 damage to him. You want to roll your melee attack? 14 to hit, misses. She just pistol whips him. And then he like stumbles as you go for a punch with your cybernetic arm. But because he stumbled, you miss. He runs behind that last column. It is Gaige's turn.
Yeah. So Gaige is going, after like swinging with his arm, he's going to step forward into it and then like turn and then like do a nose palm. So he's going.
The guy's moved to the back column. He's not near you now.
Yeah, so he follows him.
Yep.
Yeah.
You chase him down?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Does the other guy shoot at him?
No, that guy who was looking around, he's dead.
Okay. That's convenient.
Spigs peppered him.
Cool. Yep, so Gaige moves across the room and... Oh, actually, well, then he doesn't spin. So, and then he does a nose palm to hit him in the face again.
Nice.
And he still has advantage because he's going for the medal. And it's light time now.
Yep.
Or green light. 10 and 17.
The 17's a hit.
Cool. So the shock and grasp. 1d8 lightning damage. So 6 lightning damage.
6, nice.
Does it do any extra? Because lightning, like versus armor, or not really?
Maybe.
Gaige is not a fighter.
It doesn't really seem to.
Yep.
But you shock. He like the flash of light. He drops his spear, putting his hands up to his eyes, stumbles back a bit, and then he reaches down for his submachine gun. It is now Paige's turn. She nursing the wound in her arm. She sort of like slams against the column and she points the pistol around towards the center of the room, seeing Cortaine there and then seeing the rifle guy shoot. She's going to attempt to shoot at him, at the rifle guy, not Cortaine, and she's rolling disadvantage. Still not bad. 16. Yeah, she's going to
How come disadvantage?
hit. Guy's got like
cover.
The cover. Yep. That's pretty fucking shit. She does a good old 6 damage. Oops.
Oh, sorry. Also, I forgot.
Yep.
Guy 2.
He's dead.
Oh, the one Gaige hit.
Oh, guy 3. Yep.
Guy 3, he can't take reactions.
Oh, okay, cool. He's like stunned a bit.
Yeah, he's stunned a bit until the start of his next turn. Yep.
Cool. It is now Cortaine's turn.
Cool. I will charge the sniper.
Alright, you're going to charge down that way. It's in the green lights. So, let's say that there's a slight flash. Do you want to roll a... what sort of check do you think for Cortaine to withstand the green light suddenly flashing into his
Constitution?
eyes with this night vision on? Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Ha! 5.
Alright, there's a slight flash. You can make your way up there, but I'm going to make you take disadvantage on the attack.
Fair enough. Okay, so I will swing my sword at this coward who uses a big, long-barreled gun. The lowest I got was a 15.
That just misses.
Oh.
As you swing your sword, you cleave off a chunk of the column as he sort of rolls within the 5-foot square that he's in to the side, and unless you're going to do anything else.
No, not while
the
the green light is flashing and I'm blind. But he will get disadvantage to ranged attacks while I'm next to him.
Yes, he sort of rolls to the side there. The lights go off. You see the red little light rimming his eyes, and the little mouth part on this skull mask go that slight red.
Wait, how did he roll? Did he disengage or can op attack?
No, he's in the
Thematic
same square.
rolling.
It's just a part of the
sorry.
the flavor of.
It's like role playing.
Yeah. Oh, what?
It's like that. And he doesn't care. He is going to shoot his rifle. Point blank, basically. Alright, his lowest, he rolled a 16 and a 5. He is going to use Hawkeye to add a 1d10 to the roll. 14 versus AC, which is still not going to hit. Is it? Cool. He's going to fire again. He's just going to basically spray. 13. Wait, hold on. I didn't add that.
Disadvantage again, right?
Sorry, that first roll. Did I say a 12 on the second?
No. You said
5.
40?
I think.
So it was a 5 plus his. It was a 14,
yeah.
right?
14.
To hit. Plus 6. Sorry.
Plus 6.
Yeah, for his attack bonus.
Oh yeah. No, fair enough. So that hits.
That will hit.
You still have that plus 2 AC.
I've still got these.
14?
I've
Plus
still
2
got these
AC
other rolls
for,
here too.
It still hits with plus 2.
Okay.
I believe I'm on 18 naturally at the moment. Check that.
$11 ballistic damage. And then the second roll, which was a 13 and a 14. I'm gonna say 13. 19's gonna hit, right? Or you have
Plus
the plus 2.
It's gonna miss.
So it's gonna miss. Perfect.
Thank you.
His second attack misses. He sprays and then just goes wild with his carbine. And then he will try to move back down towards where you came from, around the side of the pole. You'll get knocked on him.
Yeah.
Right, fell off the table. A 24.
That's going to hit him.
Excellent. Then 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright, you slash him up the back and he stumbles, but he makes his way back towards the first pillar, but he's not quite there, or the first column. He's not quite there. We go to just Spigs. It's now dark in here. What y'all doing?
Just quickly, Gaige says, "You gotta teach me how to use those things." And Gaige pulls out his own sword.
Yeah, I forgot you had a sword.
Spigs pumps in another one of those bullets cartridges into his thunderfire cannon, spins it up, and he moves out and then attacks the sniper that Cortaine is after.
Cool. You've got dark vision as a dwarf, correct?
Well, we can't be, racist or anything, but one of my abilities is dark vision.
Okay, very good. So, fire away at him as he's running past the columns. You shoot.
Hold on. Do I have any... Yes, I'll spend a hero dice.
Okay, just to remember, you used heaps last time. Is this your last one?
I've been keeping track of it. I'm on 6. 6 now.
Okay.
So, I rolled an 8, plus a 4, plus a 4. 16 versus AC?
That hits.
Oh, good. Alright. Now, let's kick his butt. Alright, so I got 15 total. So 9 piercing damage and then 6 thunder damage.
Alright, perfect. Thank you for telling me the different damage types. That's awesome. Very good. You hit him. And he doesn't drop dead though. He sort of holds his gun up Some of the bullets hit the gun. Some hit his chest, his legs, but he survives it. Anything else you want to do?
That's all my turn. Because Spigs has to use a minor to reload.
Very good. It will be Bonehead 3 next to Gaige, and he, dropping his spear, grabs his submachine gun. He will... he's going to move back a couple squares, so he's going to take an up attack from Gaige again.
So Gaige is going to swing his sword at him. Actually, no. You can't say he pulled that out. That's a bit unfair.
Not until you move.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 19. Yeah.
19.
Yep.
Cool. You hit him. You let's say that you're like, because you're next. Let's say you're pulling the sword free, and with the butt of the katana, you're smashing him in the face.
Okay, so does that give me 1d8 then?
No, you don't use you're not getting the damage of the sword. You'll get the 1 damage.
Alright.
Nice try.
Well,
good try.
You specifically mentioned it. So
yeah, but it's the butt of the sword, not the tip of the blade.
Okay, so he pulls it out
because he rolled good and it's your turn.
He pulls it out from his back, alright, because it's behind his back, and he hits him in the face with it.
Yeah. And you do 1 damage to him.
Plus strength.
You see
plus strength. I'm happy to do one
bludgeoning.
1 bludgeoning.
Yeah, it's just 1 bludgeoning. Cool. Yeah, he stumbles back. You see the glass on his helmet crack a little bit. It's your turn.
Cool. Oh, so that's interrupted his move.
Oh no, it doesn't interrupt it. Sorry, I think that's a monk thing. Sorry. I was thinking of
that would have been nice.
Little monster stuff. He moves back, pulling up the submachine gun, and he fires.
So no disadvantage.
No disadvantage here. I'm going pretty good with these rolls. Had a couple shit ones, but that is going to be a 15 versus AC.
Gaige pops his shield and brings his ace
as a reaction.
Yep. Which when was targeted, and brings him up to 17.
Nice. So, describe what it looks like as these bullets bounce off your magic shield.
So all of a sudden, like these 2 prongs like pry up and cut through his brown overcoat. And then, like, a hexagon grid suddenly appears as bullets, like, just smash into it and disintegrate.
Oh, so these, like, little spiky prong things that pop out of your spine?
And out of his shoulders, actually. Yeah.
So okay. Wait, do you have... Well, it'd be your robotic arm shoulder, but not the other one, right?
Yeah, sure. I kind of always had this ability from the start, so it's just part of that.
But I mean, like,
if you want the spine, yeah. Okay, sure. But out of his spine, but out of the back, and it kind of pops up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was just wondering, like, where does this prong come from out of his skin?
Yeah, that's true.
On his other arm. That's all.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like you don't see it because he's always kind of just had his jacket on, I guess. Yeah. So, like, they're like 2 emitters, and they don't come out of his skin. They kind of like they're sitting on his shoulders under his jacket, but then they like pop up.
Oh, okay, cool. So they're like little augments themselves, just on your shoulders.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool.
They're not like, well, they're built into his spine, but they're not like inside his skin. So they actually cut through his jacket. So he has to do mending like every single time he uses his shield and fix his jacket again.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right, this hex grid comes up. All those bullets slam into it. They just drop to the ground, all crumpled up and flat. And that will be the end of his turn. It's now yours.
Cool. So Gaige, after prodding his head, he's just going to take like a full swing across his shoulder. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
All right.
And he walks up to him as well.
Yeah. Nice. All right, roll your attack.
I'm going to go with strength.
So with the katana, you can choose dex or strength.
They're both the same.
Okay, cool.
10.
That misses. As you swing your katana at him, he sees it coming because you're not quite trained with it. he sort of blocks it with his submachine gun.
Yep, that's fine.
And anything else?
No.
Nope. It is Paige's turn, and she's going to take another shot at this sniper bloke. And she's going to miss as she blasts out a massive hole in one of the pillars. She will stay where she is. It's Cortaine's turn now.
Sweet. I will make sure that cowardly sniper doesn't get away.
Alright.
So, and it's in the dark, so I'm not blinded anymore, am I correct?
That is correct.
Sweet. This fool's gonna feel my wrath. So I charge him, weapon raised, screaming out, "Oh!" as I attack him.
Alright. Roll your attack, sir.
That is 17.
That hits.
Nice. Take this, scum. Oh, ghetto crits. That is 18 damage.
Nice. Awesome.
And then I will use my extra action as a fighter.
Yep.
To attack again.
Perfect.
Oh, that is a 1, so I miss.
Alright, you missed that attack.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the rifleman's turn now, or the sniper's turn. The lights come back on. You see the little red rims around his glass on his helmet flick off again, and he is going to he's going to duck around behind the southernmost column, taking an up attack from you again.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. He, like Commander, rolls out of the way, slides behind the column. He's going to pop back out, and he will first fire at you, Cortaine.
Yep.
Missing.
Nice.
He peeks around column, and he will fire at Spigs with a crit.
Oh no!
Okay, this is going to be
He
difficult
misses.
for me here.
Give me 5 minutes.
Hold on.
25 damage.
So it's 22 damage, ballistic damage. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 damage.
Wait, ballistic?
Ballistic.
Oh, thank goodness I'm wearing a vest.
And he will use Hawkeye.
Oh no.
He will... The laser, the red light, the sort of red sight laser will point at your chest. Once again, he aims it up at your face, and he pulls one last bullet. And that does an extra 7 ballistic damage.
Yeah, so you know how Spigs was like healthy and alive before? Spigs.
You don't have anything
Spigs,
to block it or
What?
mitigate damage or anything?
Yeah. Wait, so you did Spigs' health, max health
Yeah.
is 26. Then
Okay.
and he's wearing like ballistic armor, like where's the crazy armor he's wearing? Which is like negates 5 ballistic damage.
Correct.
So you did the 26 plus the 7, and then
Oh,
minus
okay.
5, so more than Spigs' health.
Oh, alright. That's all of that guy's Hawkeye ability used up, by the way.
Yay!
So he shoots Spigs. Luckily, it well, not luckily, but it hits his goggles, redirects, cuts across the side of his head. Spigs drops to the ground unconscious, and it is Spigs' turn. I need you to roll a death saving throw.
Also,
In the-
just for thematical, when Spigs falls unconscious, part of his like AR was like linked to the shields on Cortaine. They depower as he goes unconscious.
That was cool.
That's cool.
Wait, when Spigs falls unconscious, is he still standing?
Yeah.
Oh, because his legs.
Yes.
Like a horse.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Unless they just fall backwards like R2-D2 when he goes unconscious.
That's exactly what happened when he snapped him in the head. That's the sound Spigs made.
Oh no, Spigs.
And now he's on his back, and when a turtle's on its back, it's really hard to get back up.
Really hard. What'd you roll for your saving throw?
16.
Okay, good. That's one big tick for you. Next is Bonehead 3. And he is going to, once again, submachine gun at Gaige.
Disadvantage this time?
Correct. And he got a good old 13.
Okay, miss. Oh, wait. No. Gaige pops his shield again.
Alright.
I think you need
Blocking.
maybe you need to say... Wait, let me check my shield, because I don't know if I can... When you take a hit... Yeah, okay, yeah, so I can cast that again. Yep.
Cool. And does that burn a spell
Yes,
slot?
yes, both times.
Level 1.
Yep.
Cool. So he basically does nothing as once again the bullets hit the shield. He gets really frustrated and like yells, "What the fuck?" And it will go to Gaige.
Okay, so Gaige, like, he hit the guy with the back of the sword, and then he missed with the front of the sword, and he's really pissed off.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
So
go.
Gaige, like, looks at his hands, and then he looks at his power gauntlets, and he goes like, "Fuck this!" and just like shoots his hands forward. So it looks like he's going to stab, but then he shoots his hand forward and just magic missiles the guy.
Nice.
So
As the katana is falling through the air,
he's still holding it.
how much?
No, so
Oh, he is
so
still
he
holding
like
it?
thrusts forward for the guy, but he basically misses on purpose because really he's aiming the gloves directly at his chest and just pumps 3 magic missiles into him.
Alright, and how much damage is that?
I mean, magic never missiles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He's over missing.
So I'm just gonna make up for my comedy relief. He's not here.
11 force damage.
Alright,
The force?
describe what it looks like when you kill this guy.
Yep. So instead, he thrusts his hands forward and then he stops in midair, and then and then a pulse of like air seems to shoot out and hit this guy in the stomach and pushing him upwards. So all of a sudden, the guy bounces backwards and hits the roof and lands back on the ground dead.
Nice. Laying there, a pool of blood gathering underneath him. It is Paige's turn. She is going to once again peek out from behind the pillar, and she's going to make another shot at this sniper dude with disadvantage because he's sort of hidden behind the pillar. She just blasts a hole in the pillar, rolling a 5 all up, and it is Cortaine's turn now.
Cool. Well, I think you can tell what I'm gonna do.
Roll a Constitution because it's real
Dang
blind.
it! That wasn't what I was gonna say. Okay. Dang it! A 5 again. I rolled the exact same. Oh, okay, I'm blind.
At least you're alive.
You have disadvantage on the attack, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
At least you're conscious.
That's true. I do have that going for me. That's a good thing. I will attack the rifleman.
Alright.
Come around the pillar and be like, "Hello there."
Just a big cleave.
Dang it! First roll is a 4, so that's gonna be a miss.
He yells, "General Kenobi!" You rolled a 4?
Yes, I did. I didn't roll again.
Okay.
I didn't want to get a crit and then make myself cry.
You swing the sword, it like slashes into the column and sort of gets stuck there, and it is his turn. The lights go off and his little vision things turn back on, and what he's going to do is dropping his rifle from his hands. It catches on the little tie he's got, a little sort of strapping he's got there. He's pulling free a machete from his sort of rib area, and he's going to slash out. And when he slashes out, there is a bright red-orange glow on the machete.
Intriguing.
That is a 17 versus AC.
Misses. Oh.
Alright, and as he swings up, you like step out of the way, letting go of your sword. He completely misses. You grab the sword and rip it out of the stone.
Excellent.
And he is going to attempt to run away again. So you get to make an op attack.
A 2.
You slash down after pulling your sword free from the wall. He blocks it, or he smashes it aside with his machete, and he runs towards Paige. And it is Spigs' turn. Can you roll another?
14.
Phew. Okay, another tick for you. And it is not Bonehead 3's turn, because he is dead. It is Gaige's turn.
Okay.
You see across to the south of the room where you sort of entered from, you see the sniper run from a column towards where Paige last was.
So Gaige is just gonna bull rush him to try and grab him down.
You're going to try and grapple him?
But it's kind of like it's hard to see, like because it's dark this turn. So he's just gonna like dive for him and try to grapple him.
Alright, because you're running through the center of this place and there are chairs and bodies and shit in the way, can you please make a dexterity saving throw for me?
4.
You trip halfway over, let's say, I've got a D4 here. Spigs, bench, body, or yourself. It is the body of one of the guys. You step on their blood slipping. You...
Could I still do... Can I still do a move? A spell instead? Or not?
Yes, I will say that you're going to stop here. It's like your movement is stopped here from slipping. What spell do you want to do or attack?
So, Gaige hasn't done this yet, so I've been looking for cool opportunities to do it. So as he's falling, he's just reaching out with everything, like including magic. He's been studying the force of how the magic missiles work, like is there force damage, and he's gonna reach out and do Thunderwave in all directions at once as just he tries to catch this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is all creatures, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna hit Spigs.
In 15 foot cube. Yep.
Alright. You have to roll an attack, or do they have to roll a save?
Constitution save.
Alright. Let's say that you... Spigs is automatic fail, so he's going to take the damage, but I'm going to roll for... I'm going to roll for this sniper now. He fails with a good old... Actually... Yeah, with an 8. I'm guessing it's going to fail.
I don't know what it... Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It'd be your spell... your spell save.
14.
Yeah, so he's hit with it as he's running across towards Paige, but Spigs is also hit with it. So roll your damage.
2d8 thunder damage. 8.
8.
And...
Thank goodness. Oh!
The creature is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay, so he's...
Actually, everything's pushed 10 feet away from me. Or from
Okay,
Gaige.
Spigs, you go sliding, but you're not aware of it. The chairs and the body around you go sliding away from you. The sniper gets sent stumbling backwards 10 feet away from Paige. And is that all you're doing, sir?
Yes.
No 3 more damage, because that's what it killed Spigs. 3 more damage. Dead.
You don't have to be half your HP. It's your full minus your full
Oh, is it
HP.
minus? I thought it was half the HP.
No, it's full. It's minus the
Oh,
full.
okay.
5e now, my friend.
Yeah, 5Es. So you're okay for the moment. Space.
Scary.
So Gaige, what does it look like when you send this out? Because you've never used it before, so I'd like you to
So
describe it.
Gaige is falling, and as he falls, just everything, he reaches forward, and then from the center of his back, this one is, because it's part of like the concentration of his spine and where he keeps his spells. It all of a sudden like just pushes through, and then if you're looking really closely, it looks like he's put like a vacuum, like a reverse vacuum inside his in his jacket, and like air starts to push out, and then it focuses through his arms, but then it just pushes out every direction, and it's just like in one like everything around him just pushes back through the flies backward through the air.
And what about the thunder?
That's the thunder, like the thunder.
Oh, that is the
because
thunder.
it's thunder, not lightning. So it's just like it thunders through and pushes everything out. Which is weird. Thunder and force, they're very similar. So he's trying to understand force, but then it's thunder and it just rocks out through.
It's like a concussive crack in the air and this big boom. Nice. Okay, cool. And it shockwaves out, knocking him backwards, and it's Paige's turn. She's sort of like buffeted a little bit by this big shockwave, and she sees the guy there, and she's just going to blast. She's going to just completely miss as she's firing after this concussive blast, and it is now Cortaine's turn.
Okay. It being dark, I will go and finish my quest. Kill this one. 25.
That is a hit.
Good. See if I kill this guy with his red machete.
What are you killing him with?
With my sword.
His bastard
Yes.
sword.
That is a 14.
Alright, you slash him, stab him, whatever you choose to do, but he is not quite dead yet.
Oh, dang. Okay.
He's bleeding heavily from a big slash across his stomach that you've just created, holding his hot glowing machete. You want to do anything else? Do you have another attack?
No, I don't. I don't have another attack, so that's all I can do this time.
Okay, don't you have like a second wind thing where you attack?
I already used that.
Extra attack? Ah, okay, yeah. Sorry. And it is his turn. So what he is going to do is he coughing and spluttering in his helmet. You hear it come through in this metallic sound, and he's like, "Fuck you!" And he just slashes out with his machete. And pretty pathetically, he swings pretty slow, and you sort of just like bat his attack aside. He's just standing there, and he just doesn't even run away this time. He just grabs his rifle, and he's just holding onto it, but he can't do anything.
Can he? Where is it slung?
Yeah, slung. Spigs.
$18.
18.
Three
Alright, you are
passes.
stabilized. So you're not conscious, but you are stabilized. You are not going to die unless something hurts you.
Like
Unless
another
Gaige
part
does
of
another
it.
shockwave. And now it's Gaige's turn. You look down, you see Spigs. He's moved back a bit, but you see his chest is rising and falling steadily.
Okay. Gaige gets up after his trip over himself, and
That's half your movement gone.
Oh, is he?
So you can move 15 feet.
Okay, is he close enough to get to the guy for a shocking grasp?
No, because you pushed him 10 feet.
Okay. He's going to drop his blade then and shoot him.
Alright, so you drop the sword.
Yep.
As it's falling, you pull out your pistol,
Yep.
aim it, and go ahead.
I don't know what that is. Sorry, because of my character sheet issues.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. So it'll be like a ranged attack, so a dex. And your damage is 2d4 plus your proficiency.
So ghetto crit 20,
Nice.
and then 2d4 plus 2. 6.
You pull your pistol up, aim it straight for his head, I'm guessing?
Yep. Oh, chest.
Chest. And Cortaine, as you block his machete, you grab him by the shoulder. One-handed, you go to run him through with your bastard sword, and then blood explodes out of his chest. You look over your shoulder, and there's Gaige pointing his pistol.
Two-hand grip.
Two-hand grip.
Nice.
So, Paige gets up. Encounter over, by the way. She gets up from the crouching behind the column, and she's like, "Okay, well that was rough, but we're all right. Where's that guy, the dwarf guy?"
Does he moan?
Nah, he's unconscious still.
Gaige picks up his sword and sheathes it, and then goes over to see how he's going. Are there any
She follows
Yep.
you, and she sort of crouches down, and she grabs his hand, his biological hand, his humanoid hand, and she feels around past his glove, and she finds his pulse, and she rolls a medicine check. Yep. She's like, "All right, if you guys have any bandages or whatever, I can patch up his wounds here, but he looks like he's gonna survive. He'll be alright."
Do we have any of those?
If you have a medicine kit or anything like that, you would, but otherwise, you might have to go out of your way and buy a first aid or a med kit at some point.
Yeah, we haven't done that. I would assume we'd have something, but I shouldn't assume, so no.
What I will do,
One of the other guys have one.
I rolled a 16, so let's say that you guys had enough smarts to grab one at some point. So let's just say, Gaige, you have it.
The cage has been shut up a few times. You might have something.
Yeah. So as you get out that staff to sort of bandage or sort of cover Spigs' wounds, you guys hear a crackling over an old announcing system. And you hear a voice, even though it's distorted through that system, that is kind of familiar to some of you.
Did you not think that your gunfire would not be heard? Whoever you are, if you have fired upon my men, prepare to die. We have hostages of the Aegis downstairs. Cease firing on my men. Make your way down to the platforms, or I will begin executing them.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Well, we stopped firing on them.
Was that the mecha bugbear? I bet it was. I know it was. I'm Krotz, the interdimensional demon bard. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for downloading. Thank you for listening. Thank you for wearing those red skull helmet things and hanging out in a train station for me. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Hopefully you aren't attacked by some random mercenaries and shot in the face. and cut in half and all those sort of nasty things that may or may not happen to you. But yeah, thank you.
Feel free to check out our website at www.beyondthedice.com, where we post all our feeds and any extra bits sometimes.
And check out our Instagram where we upload D&D pics, RPG and other nerds/geeks. So check them out at Beyond the Dice.
And we have a Facebook page. You can get news there. You can see some things that we share, some images, some Dungeons and Dragons memes. You can see when our episodes come out. You can find our Discord link there. We have a Discord. Come on, have a chat on Facebook or have a chat on Discord with us at some point. And you can find us at Facebook at facebook.com/btdpod.
How did you find out about this podcast? Maybe you saw a review online. It's really good, so then that's how you're baited into listening to our podcast. If you want other people to feel that same genuine love, you should also leave a review of your thoughts, and then more will be baited into this podcast.
Anyway, you can review wherever you download, whatever app or program you use. Just chuck a review up there. Like Peter said, we can have some more listeners join our ranks of cyborgs. It would be really sweet. And
especially those cyborgs out there.
Yeah, those I don't know. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Or good day. Bye.
What? Good night.
No.
Bye. Guess what?
I said good day.